Good morning, everybody, on this Tuesday. Chris Allen here on the Sam channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. It is February the 7th, and we're going to find windy times ahead, even though it's going to stay pretty warm. We're also going to find some wet times ahead as well. It's going to be one of those situations where we get the warmer air and then all the Gulf of Mexico moisture starts to stream up into our area. And eventually, all of that just kind of sits over the area as a cold front comes over and kind of stalls a little bit on Wednesday into Thursday. But the setup is already happening, as you can see from the radar this morning. This is live radar as of 4:56 a.m. Central Time. And the radar is already showing some shower activity back here in parts of Missouri, from Jeff City to Springfield to Branson, kind of along a cold front. Here's the warm front that is actually going to move right through southern Kentucky today, and that is going to help us gin up the winds a bit from the south and southwest. 10 to 15 to 20 miles per hour. There could be some occasional gusts a little higher, 20 to 25, but it's warm winds. They're all coming out of the south and southwest. So this is the classic setup of warm air rushing in and then the cold front back behind it, which will come through sometime. Well, actually, not come all the way through. This front is going to come in and just kind of park right over southern Kentucky and northern middle Tennessee, and it will wait on a low pressure system. If I can draw my L there, low pressure system that's going to ride along that front and enhance the moisture once we get into Wednesday into Thursday. But right now, it's just producing some light rain showers back there along the cold front itself, and it's not really. I mean, it's pretty tame right now. There's not a whole lot going on with that particular front yet. But as I'll show you, it could bring up a little bit of active weather that we'll have to keep an eye on as we get into tomorrow afternoon and evening. In the meantime, let's show you the model blender. We put the models in here and we've put it in the blender, spun it around a few times, and this is what it's outputting. Look at that, 65 today, mid 60s. That's going to be easy. Yesterday, we hit 63 for a high temperature. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is 14 degrees above average. So today, 15 to 16 degrees above average. And we keep getting closer to that, 15 to 20 degrees above average for this time of the year. The average is 49. Now, it keeps trickling up, as I explained yesterday, as the days get longer. And we're getting closer to 50 for an average temperature, and that will happen in the next few days. But steadily, we're going to start to climb a little at a time, stair step up during the end of February and into March for average daytime highs and lows as the days get longer. So, but still, this is running well above average, mid 60s today, near 50 tonight for overnight lows. And then here we go, mid 60s to low 60s again Wednesday and Thursday. Now, we do cool down, as you see, a little on Friday, but that 55 is still well above average. The one cool day that we're still looking at over the next 10 days is Saturday. Saturday is going to be the coolest day that we will see for this 10-day stretch. And it's only going to make it into the mid 40s, but that's still only about 5 degrees below the average of 49. So it's not going to, it's going to be a little chilly comparatively to what we're seeing for the rest of this 10-day stretch, but not bad. And then you see after that, we hop right back into the 50s and 60s for the middle part of next week. I think spring is trying its best to, spring on us. we shall see if that holds true. All right, let's take a look at the details with the Kentucky Mesonet Network series of stations all across Kentucky. You can see that we're starting out much warmer this morning in the upper 40s to low 50s, even some mid 50s are beginning to show up all around the Commonwealth. The chilliest part of Kentucky is over in the east, where you see some of the blue. That's where temperatures are in the 20s and 30s. And because of the stable air mass, you can see one county has like 29, and the next county over, they've got 41. That's because of the difference in elevation of these individual Kentucky mesonet sites. And because the air mass is so dry and stable, very stable, then you get these varying temperatures. But for the most part, for us, it's all upper 40s to low, even mid 50s to start out this morning. So a very mild morning for this time of the year once you average everything out. So the big story over the next couple of days is going to be wind and rain and warm temperatures. So I figured I would use some of the newer maps to kind of highlight that. This is a combination of satellite, predicted rain, and winds all put together here. Now, I know for some of you, you may have to take your phone and kind of zoom in on this. I tried to get it as tight as I could, and still working on trying to get some of the city labels to become bigger. I know they're too small, but I'll help you out with the navigation here so you'll know what you're looking at. So here's Bowling Green right here. I always try to keep Bowling Green in the middle. There's Glasgow, there's Columbia, there's Portland, Tennessee, there's Russellville, there's Hopkinsville, Morgantown. You kind of get the idea what you're looking at here, hopefully. So let me put this into motion. This is showing some of the cloud cover that's over the area already this morning. Scattered clouds, some sun today, but overall we're going to see an increase in the cloud cover as we go through the day. Here's 1 o'clock this afternoon. You see the winds, the little particles here coming up from the south and southwest. Breezy at times this afternoon with that mix of clouds and sunshine. Let's go into the afternoon. Mid 60 temperatures for everybody, low 60s in some places. Here's 7 o'clock this evening, and we still see the clouds, but we also now, this is the first little bit of light rain. You see this darker hatched area here back toward Hopkinsville, Lewisburg. After 7 o'clock, you're going to start to see some of that light. This will all be light rain to start. It's going to push in here from the west and southwest. Let's go later in the evening. Then we start to see a little bit of light rain in Bowling Green after 10 o'clock. Here's midnight. Now we get into Wednesday morning early, light rain showers across the area, temperatures in the 40s. Here's 5 a.m. tomorrow morning around the same time. Temperatures should be in the upper 40s to around 50. There may be some light rain or drizzle or sprinkles, and even a few breaks in the cloud cover. It's not going to be like totally cloudy. These are just going to be some passing showers out ahead of the system before it gets here. The really rainy part starts to move in later on Wednesday. So here we go, noontime. May even see a little sun through the clouds. The wind shift from the south and east as the front tries to hang up here across the Tennessee border, and it's going to wait on a low pressure system to move in from our west, and then the rain is going to really start to take over as we get into Wednesday and into Thursday. Look at it. Here it comes. Now, this is the bulk of the rain as we get into Thursday morning. Even some rumbles of thunder, and the winds shift back from the southwest. But by Thursday afternoon, we're looking at all this to be gone and skies clear. But look, we're still in the 50s. That's not bad. So we've got rain coming in. We've got some gusty winds for some, warm temperatures. And there's even the possibility that if we get some of that sun breaking through the cloud cover tomorrow afternoon and evening, there is even a level 1 marginal risk for a few stronger storms. The Storms Prediction Center putting out from Bowling Green or I-65 west for the possibility of a strong storm or two. Now, confidence in this is not very high. I'll just tell you that. I think this is more of a, excuse me, more of a, kind of a cautionary thing that they're doing here. I don't see the dynamics of it until, I mean, the wind certainly are a dynamic component, and there will be plenty of moisture, but is this really going to develop into something that's stronger or strong enough for strong storms or even severe storms? If severe storms do develop tomorrow afternoon and evening, primarily Western Kentucky, and it would be on the low end of things. Unless we get some kind of change in the models that I'm seeing right now, it just doesn't look like it's going to be a huge deal. But as I always say, do not let your guard down, because you just never know. And even in the wintertime, these are the kind of situations that can sometimes surprise you. So I'll just leave it at that for now, and I'll have a better fix on it tomorrow for sure. All right, let's take a look now at the surface map over the coming week. Here we are right now, warm front coming through. That's going to bring the winds up a bit, but warmer winds today. Here comes the front, and we'll begin to see those light rain showers, as I showed you, sneak in here by late this evening into early Wednesday morning. And this front is going to wait for these low pressure systems to the southwest over Texas to come in, which is going to stall the front a bit right across Kentucky and Tennessee. There are the thunderstorms as we get into Wednesday night and Thursday. Now watch the front. It just kind of sits right over southern Kentucky, and that causes that rain to spread, the heavier rain and thunderstorms to spread into Kentucky. And so here we are, midday Wednesday into Wednesday night, and there's the low. And it deepens a bit. The low strengthens, and therefore I think that's why there is that marginal 1 lower end risk for a few severe storms tomorrow afternoon and evening into maybe Thursday morning as that low begins to deepen. Then we get a little more dynamic with the wind and the moisture and the way we're set up here. We get into Thursday morning, that low continues to strengthen. It's now at 995 millibars. So it's going to continue to strengthen as it moves into Illinois and Indiana and the southern Great Lakes. Notice the cluster of thunderstorms around the low. They could even have some maybe stronger thunderstorms in Illinois. It just it updated on me, so let me get back. There we go. And so first cold front comes through, and the low continues to move north on Thursday morning. Thursday afternoon, we get a backdoor front that is going to slide through, and this will have the somewhat colder air back behind it. And you see on Friday into Saturday, that system pulls through with a little piece of energy that slides through. And this is where I mentioned yesterday, parts of eastern Kentucky could see this little bit of a mix or even some snow flurries. That's the one day, Saturday, that we get cold. Not I say cold, really it's just cooler, because it's only one day and we're still going to be in the 40s. So that's not too far off from the average. So one day, the coolest day out of the next 7 to 10 days, is going to be Saturday because of this, the backflow around that system. And then by Saturday into Sunday, high pressure builds and the temperatures go right back up. There's Monday, and a new system will be coming in around the middle part of next week. Almost a replay of what we're looking at here in the middle of this week. So here we go. We're going to have winds. We're going to have warmer temperatures, maybe some wet weather, looks like for sure, as we get into tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, and into Thursday morning. Small low end risk for some stronger storms if that even develops. Confidence is not all that high. With that happening, we cool down for Saturday, and then we're right back here into the 50s and 60s. That's it in a nutshell. All right, I'm getting ready to head to the radio station this morning. Sam 100.7 for the morning show, 6 to 10. I've got Sinatra and Company tickets to give away. I've got Lone Star Championship Rodeo tickets to give away. I've got Good Stuff Coffee and More. That's a new coffee shop next to Lost River Pizza Company. And I've got cards I'm giving away to that coffee shop where you get 5 free cups of coffee for 1 month. It's good stuff. Well, that's why it's called the good stuff. So listen for your chance to win all of that as I get into the morning show. Listen on your radio, 6 to 10, Sam 100.7, 100.7, 100.7. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you on the radio.